Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller. Welcome back to some more Animal Crossing New Horizons. Folks, it's snowing in the game, and where we are, which is Baltimore, Maryland, because I'm here for Magfest, it's snowing here too. Also because I'm still at Magfest, I'm recording in a hotel room. I've got Scooter here with me.
Hi, I'm still here in the hotel room. He hasn't kicked me out yet.
Nah, I need him for these podcasts. It helps me get through the repetitive tasks that I need to do today much more easily, and this is still going to be the case probably for tomorrow's video too. I'm sorry folks, I've been recording so late in the day, and it's just because I've spent the entire day at Magfest. I try to get, my day's worth in there. We're not actually at the hotel where Magfest takes place, so we tend to get there at a reasonable time. We got there at 10 a.m. today.
10-ish.
And then we left at 9. So we were there for about 11 hours.
Well, technically speaking, we left from BurgerFi at about 9:39.
No, we got home from BurgerFi. We walked in the hotel room at 9:50.
Okay.
So we probably got to BurgerFi at 9.
Okay.
And then we waited in line for 20 minutes. And then we got our food immediately. We ordered it and then it came out a minute later.
Which is surprising considering the line was out the door when we got there.
Right, so I think what was happening was they were we need to speed this up. Some restaurants would do this. Just cook a bunch of food ahead of time and hope it's correct. Hope it's what people want to order, and if it's wrong, throw it away. Some restaurants, to try and have faster service, kind of predict what people are going to order.
Okay.
So I imagine they were doing something similar. I mean, it's a burger joint, so they were probably just throw the patties on the grill.
And we'll work out the patty situation later.
Yeah.
Or the ingredient situation later.
But it was good. I went there yesterday for lunch, or lunner, I guess it was a late lunch. And so I went there again today, this time with Scooter, and I got a chicken sandwich and a bunch of chicken tenders, and I got orange high C to drink, and it was all great. So.
And maybe me, I went for the spiciest thing I could find in the menu, which was what they call the swag burger.
Yeah, how was that?
It was 2 Wagyu beef patties,
Okay.
ghost pepper bacon, jalapenos, and a spicy sauce of some kind. It's good, but again, I say it's to everybody, my taste buds are broken. I love spicy food, and for that reason, my taste buds are broken.
I don't think they're broken. When I was still editing at The Completionist, my friends and colleagues, Patrick and Fraser, always wanted spicy stuff. They go to curry places like Kokoichi Baryon.
I need to go to a curry place. I have not had curry.
And they would just eat the spiciest form of curry like it was nothing. They crush that stuff. I don't think you're broken. They like food. You like food. No problem with it.
But
I'm bonking the rocks real quickly so I can get some more stones so I can try to craft more tools today.
oh, today's a tool day.
It might be. We'll see how long that lasts. I might need to go back to crafting document stacks and scattered papers. I'm trying to mix it up. I may as well bonk the rocks today because I actually do need some more supplies. So here we go. Yeah, I guess at this point, shall we just discuss what we did today? Shall we go through the schedule?
Do we want to do it like this and start with breakfast, or do we want to skip
Yeah,
past that?
we can start with breakfast. It'll be 3 sentences. Oops, I messed this up. Oops. Oh my god.
Oh no.
We got, Golden Nugget though.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't matter.
I'm lucky for something at least.
Yeah, that doesn't matter now. Yeah, so Scooter and I went down, we got up at 8:15 to go grab breakfast at our hotel because they offer a complimentary breakfast. And so today, I made this joke when we were having breakfast. I got pancakes. They gave me 3 pancakes today. They're not super big. They're like those, what are they called, dollar pancakes?
Well, silver dollar is using, but the silver dollar, I'm holding up my hands for each other. But
Oh, that's like those mini pancakes that you buy.
So for you at home, it's about the size of a coaster, roughly.
So the size of my pancakes, if you guys have seen, I'm trying to think of something I could use to scale. They're not regular big, huge pancakes, but they're not super small either. They're okay. So I had 3 of them today, and I was telling Scooter, wow, that's crazy. I had 2 pancakes yesterday. Now they're giving me 3. That's too much. That's too many pancakes. I can't do that. That's just too many pancakes. I ate them anyway. And then I had sausage, and I had a cup of milk. That was my breakfast. What did you do today, Scooter? I think you mixed it up, right?
Yeah, I changed it up. I went for an omelet today. However you feel about this, plus or minus, whatever. They don't use like actual eggs at the place. They use like that carton of ready to go egg stuff.
Right. It's faster.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, egg is egg.
Egg.
But I've had an omelet with cheese, onions, peppers, jalapeno peppers, and ham.
Crushed it.
And my thought process was get lots of protein in me.
Right.
Because
you have a lot ahead of you.
Yeah.
And we didn't know if we were going to go out for lunch because we kind of haven't been.
We haven't been going out for lunch, but that's fine. Like, the fact I'm eating breakfast is the thing, because I just don't eat breakfast, like, ever.
Huh.
Like, ever since I lost all my weight, I don't eat breakfast anymore.
Understood. I mean, eventually, I know everyone's like, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but eventually you just, like, adapt to a schedule that to where, like, oh, well, you know, I don't need breakfast. Like, I've just moved on. We're going to upgrade my shovel, by the way. Why are there...
Tools.
Yeah, why is there no... Oh, because I don't have a gold shovel. Because Gulliver hasn't shown up on my island yet. Alright, well then we'll get the gold... Well, I don't need any of the other ones. I guess it may as well be the watering can.
Oh, I was about to ask if you crafted all the other gold ones?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
It's just when I finally get the gold shovel recipe, then I can craft a golden one. But that counts as crafting one extra tool. I just wanted to get the gold nugget out of my pockets. I could have saved it, but I don't think I need anything else. Alright, let's go on that captain boat ride. Maybe we'll go to a golden island.
I love gold!
You know, I know there's a balloon back there, I'm going to skip it. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer that I've finished with all of the stretching exercises, Scooter. I don't need to stretch. Pietro, what are you doing all the way out here?
Hi, hey, Pietro.
Hi! Yo, Simple Bad, I got the problem here. Apparently I bought the throwback dino screen. What was I thinking? Why would I ever need something like that? But, maybe I could interest you in a lightly used throwback dino screen, eh? I'm interested. Yeah? Well, it's a big ticket item, but the price for you is only 4,680 bells. I'll buy it. Yes, sir. Thank you. Alright, yeah, so Scooter had his omelet. I had my pancakes. I didn't have orange juice with my breakfast today. I made up for it by having, like, a giant cup of orange icy, which I know is not the same. Orange juice is obviously healthier, but I got my vitamin C kick, if anyone was curious. Yeah, so then we took off. We got to the convention center. Well, we went back upstairs and grabbed our stuff, and then we went to the convention center. Got there probably like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, right around 10.
And then we went straight to the artist alley and then split up for about an hour, and then we met up again afterward.
We met again after that. I didn't buy my shirt till later, so it's late in the story. But yeah, we met back up, and then I'm gonna let Yoshiller take it away here in a second. But basically, it's because Yoshiller was on a podcast.
Yeah. So well, first of all, when we split up, I found this rhythm game that I thought was really cool.
Oh right, I did meet up back with you for that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
What's that game called? It's I have it. It's on my phone, but the phone's in the other room. We took pictures. Yeah, no worries. So there's this rhythm game. It's like a very vertical, long-wise arcade cabinet, and you hit a bunch of buttons on a little machine, and basically, thank you, Scooter. Scooter got my phone for me. Basically, it's the equivalent of like what's that other one? Pop-in music.
Yeah.
You just hit the button as the song comes up with it.
But it also has like turnstile knobs on the side as well.
Yeah, it's very over the. Oh, hang on. Thank you, Captain. Thank you. Sorry, I totally spoke over your song, but we were talking about music.
Hey, we're talking about the same thing, just not the same kind.
Yeah, it's called like Sound Voltex.
Yeah.
It's by Konami. It's a very like a big long screen with like 6 buttons. This please. With like 6 buttons you can press and then turn dials, whatever. And it's very, very cool. But the problem is that it's hard to keep track of everything. So the easy difficulty is like really easy, but the normal and advanced is like freaking nuts. And so I wasn't great at it, but it is like that type of game is totally my jam. Over the top, big flashy games with fast music and lots of energy. Love it. And so Scooter played a little bit of it as well. Scooter did better at it than I did.
Yeah, because I think you actually played something that was like 1 per difficulty point over mine when I went to up a difficulty level, but I think the biggest thing about for the flashiness, there's clay there if you didn't want that.
Oh yeah, I'll grab it in a sec. Thank you.
The big thing about it in the flashy aspect is when you're doing the turnstile now, it's like it has like hard cuts over, and sometimes if it's like at the end of a verse or something, it'll like spin the screen aileron roll, or as you probably know it, barrel roll.
Yeah, it's basically, guys. Imagine this game as if it's DJ Hero or Guitar Hero on drugs. Okay, this game is freaking nuts, and when you do certain actions like rapidly or immediately, it like flips the screen over, and you just keep going, and it's crazy. But it's like really satisfying to watch someone who's really good at it.
Yeah.
So
I will say the best thing about it though is like, because it's arcade style, this is in the arcade alley. The best thing about it is even if you fail a song, you're not kicked out or gamed over. You can still go on to your next song.
yeah, so the important thing I mentioned, it's made by Konami, right? Who also famously makes Dance Dance Revolution. So it's similar rules. You get 3 songs basically no matter what, and you do get graded at the end. And DDR actually can save your progress to a memory card or something in Japan. We didn't really use it that much here in the Americas. And this other rhythm game, you could like save progress to your phone or something like that. But we don't have it here either. I'm convinced this game wasn't actually localized because the arcade cabinets we played were still all in Japanese. But thankfully, I knew a little bit of Japanese, and I was able to make out some of the words, and I could tell it was asking me, "Would you like to play a tutorial?" And I said, "You know what? Yes." And so that's how I learned how to play.
Oh, see, you read the word tutorial. I was like, okay, it's Japanese, I should read this. And I didn't even cross my mind because it's like bright flashy lights, sensory overload, characters that aren't English.
Well, yeah, and then you also get like 5 seconds, but I was looking at it and it was like, oh, tutorial. Yes, please, tutorial rule or something like that. And I was like, oh, that must be tutorial. Yes, I want to learn it. And then it has a very simple tutorial. And then you play the game, you play your 3 rounds, and then you're done. And it's all that. It's the same type of stuff you'd hear in Dance Dance Revolution. Eurobeat, over-the-top, happy, peppy songs with a few pop songs in there. And it's a fun time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, discovering that game. And then the other one we talked about was Jubi, which is the game where you have a bunch of squares on a grid. It's a 4x4 grid. I've seen that game before. And in America, it had like a limited run. I think it was called U-Beat when it came to America. But same game. 4x4 grid. Different grids light up. It's like playing rhythm-based whack-a-mole. Frick, man. That's okay.
I was going to say, is there a place where you can make another one?
Yeah, I can. Or I can order a flimsy one while I'm here, and I think I'll just do that, because that way all I have to do is spend Nook Miles.
Okay. But yeah, that one, it's got the cubes on it, but they're all touch screen, because there's very explicit instructions that say, do not, jam your finger into it or punch it.
Yeah, so when I play that game, some people just use their fingers, some people press down their palms. I do, what would you call it? It's like
it's a chicken peck.
If you guys have watched One Punch Man, there's a character named Snek, and he holds his hands like he's like how your hand would be held if you were doing a sock puppet.
Oh.
So I kind of hold my hands like that, and then I jab them down like I'm doing digging my hands into dirt or something.
Yeah, I did my primary press was my middle finger. After that, it'd be forefinger and then thumb.
Sure.
And for both these games we're talking about, leave it to Scooter, who is addicted to the Toho franchise, to find the Toho songs and play nothing but the Toho songs.
For sure. I played, back in the day, a popular YouTube poop music video song was a song called Evans, which is from Jubi.
Okay.
And so I played that when I booted up Jubi. I was like, hey, I remember Evans! It's just it's like a really fast dance song.
The gates were open to your past.
Yeah, it's like so I played that. And then the other song I could have played if I wanted to go back to YouTube poop songs would be a song called Snow Goose. But I couldn't find it. And you only have limited selection time to pick your song. So I was like, alright, I'll do Evans, because I found that. And then both Jubi and the other game we played, Vivid Wave or whatever, Sound Wave, they both ranked their song difficulties with a number. Mm-hmm. So the higher the number, the harder the song. And I was able to keep up with songs of number difficulty 4 on Jubi and number difficulty 6 on the Vivid Wave one. But I couldn't go beyond. Scooter held his ground a little better.
I want to say, in correlation. I think my limit was 5 on Jubi and 8 on Sound Shack or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it's called. It's really cool. I think I have everything I need from. I'll grab the coconuts. I'll cook one coconut oil thing when I get back.
But are you going to put lime in it?
No, I will not, because it does not require a lime, and even if it did, I wouldn't have access to get a lime.
Fair enough. I was making put the lime into
coconut. And you can call me in the morning. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not gonna get all the coconuts. I just need the 6. All right. Yeah. So that's we did that, and then yes, I had a panel at 11 o'clock. So that's why it was pretty integral that we got to the convention center by 10. So I met up with fellow guest Laughing Boy, who's been on this series before, Nintendo Capri Sun, Ace Fangirl, and Shinjinator. And it was a treat to be able to hang out with them. The convention room wasn't packed. There were maybe like 15 to 20 people in there. So it kind of made a bit more of like a conversational vibe. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed it. And I felt bad because I felt like I was hogging the panel. It's not my panel. I was just in it.
I mean, we talked about this a little bit beforehand, but as I told Yoshiller before, yes, you got invited on the panel, and you may feel like you took it over, but you also got to remember that you probably did a lot during the time in question that Laughing Boy brought up. So
yeah, so it's Laughing Boy's panel because it's based off a show called Dialogue Box, which is the name of his podcast. And so he reads off some questions, and he's like, "What did you guys do during the pandemic? Did you guys pick up any skills? Did you pursue any new hobbies? What did you guys do?" And so I kind of just went through the list. I was like, well, I've been playing Animal Crossing for an hour every single day. I've been practicing Japanese. I've been editing for a ton of other channels. You know, I basically, I guess I had done the most stuff. I told him about the time I choked on a chicken nugget. I told him about the time I had surgery done on my face. I had a cyst removed, and I had a big bandage on my face. And so I drew a smiley face on the bandage. Hey, this is a new recipe.
Hey!
Great. I drew a big smiley face on the bandage so I could laugh every time I looked at it in a mirror. So, I was busy. So I just told a bunch of stuff, and everyone else only had like 1 or 2 sentence answers because I guess they thought they couldn't keep up, and I felt bad. So I don't know. That's just where I feel. And people are like, oh, you shouldn't be ashamed to talk. And you guys know me, I love to talk. That's why I record this every single day, so I can talk about stuff. But it's the issue is that it's not my panel. That's why I feel bad. So,
hey, I view it as you asked and you got what you received.
Yeah.
But regardless, it was a good panel. It was a fun panel. It was nice to hear what everybody did over that basically February 2020 into. I'm gonna say air quotes today. Yoshiller's dated the video, so you know what today is.
Yeah, today. It's January 7th. I got you. We're recording this on January 7th. You don't have to worry about anything. What's something that only requires hardwood? It's a flimsy shovel, right?
Yes.
No. What's something that requires regular wood? Anything. Does anything require only regular wood? Hang on a second. I swear there are things. They all require all types of... Well, there we go. We'll make one of those real quickly. Just to exhaust some of the extra wood pieces I have. Very good. Alright. So, yeah. So that's how we started off the day, is I did this panel. And I enjoyed myself. I thought it was nice. I thought it was a good time to hang out with friends again. But I could also tell, there are people looking at their phones. I get it. We were just kind of casually chatting. This wasn't the most epic panel. So people who didn't attend it, you didn't miss anything, but if you want to watch it, it'll be uploaded to YouTube. So
upload to YouTube. They streamed it live too, so it might be on the Magfest Panels Twitch page if they highlight it. Well, no, it'll still be there for. Gosh, I gotta remember. I think it's 30 days after it was premiered. If they don't highlight it, the VOD will still be available. So until approximately February 6th, the VOD will be available.
Sure. Yeah. So, but I had a good time, and then Scooter generously watched us in the crowd, and Chugga Conroy was in the crowd too because he was sporting Tim, and I traded Pokemon with Shinjinator,
which was on stream.
Yeah, we were chatting after the stream, and they're like, "You guys are still in front of the microphone, so everyone can hear you." And I was like, "Oh, okay,
good, legit."
She gave me a Pansear, which is fun because that's a Pokemon exclusive to Europe. I tried to make up for it by getting her a Pansage, a Pokemon that's exclusive to Japan. But I guess I traded all my pansages. I guess the plural of pansage is still pansage. I guess I traded them all away. Whoa, hey! This is another new one. What do I need to make this? Hang on a second.
Snowflakes. I'm calling it now.
Oh, well, yeah, but like, what else do I need? Because if it's not much else... Oh, I guess I could... Oh, it was already at the top.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Just 8 snowflakes? Easy. Check this out, Scooter.
Easy.
Easy. Alright, so we're going to put some stuff away. We're going to put...
that you made.
Yeah, we gotta put that and that. Well, I don't need another wooden end table. What am I doing? We gotta put that away. Okay, and then I gotta reorganize some things. So the coconuts are not supposed to be here. That should be replaced with the golden watering can. And then this. I don't need that. I'm gonna sell that in a sec. And then I gotta get the snowflakes out. I should have spare snowflakes, Scooter.
I hope so.
I hope so too. Yeah, we're tired.
Sorry.
No, don't feel bad. I yawn in my videos all the time. I'm actually surprised I didn't yawn right there because yawning is supposed to be contagious.
Oh God, you gotta use snowflakes.
I got snowflakes.
You only need 8.
I kept these snowflakes in my pockets. No issue there. Just kept them in my pockets, and when I was done with them, I'm like, all right, let me put them in the storage shed.
Como se dice, huh?
Yeah. So.
Anyway.
Frozen tiles. Now we have them. If I ever need them, I got them.
You can now turn your house into Elsa's frozen castle. Oh God, here comes Disney.
I could turn someone else's house into a frozen castle because I have access to that feature now. I can go to someone's house and rearrange it however I want.
On the Happy Home area?
Yeah, so because I'm done with Happy Home Paradise, I can now come back to my island.
Oh.
And good old Nook will say, hey, do you want to design someone else's house? And I did it a little bit already.
That sounds dangerous. But it also sounds nice in case, like, some of the stuff you gave them in the house you don't like in their house, so you can pull it back out.
Scooter, I messed up. I put the wooden end table in my storage. Doggone it. That was something I was hoping to avoid. But it's okay.
Oh no, 600 bells you don't need.
Well, it's fine. Here's what we're going to do next. I'm going to shake these trees and try to get a few more tree branches and see if I can craft a few more things, and we'll continue the story. And because I'll be mashing the A button, it should be a whole lot easier for me to continue telling my perspective of Magfest. So, yeah, we did the panel. And then after that, I think Scooter and I split up again?
Shortly after it, because me and Laughing Boy had a, we up here, oh hey, neat thing.
Cordless phone, great.
Okay. But yeah, me and Laughing Boy had like a minor conversation because we were together on one of Yoshiller's Mario Kart. What's the Mario Kart name again?
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
Okay.
Deluxe Rapid Races!
Thank you.
Yeah,
I forgot the name of your series.
No, that's okay. Sorry, I didn't know you were asking for the series.
Fake fan.
No,
right
you're
here.
not. Scooter, you do not have to know everything about my life. I appreciate you making the effort, but it's all good, man.
But yeah, so I think I was part of that. So me and Laughing Boy got to know each other that way.
For sure, it's possible I put you guys in the same session.
Yeah. So my thought process was, okay, well, we've been talking a little bit back and forth on Twitter since we started following each other since then, so I figured, hey, we're at the same place. I'm at least going to say hi, show him that I'm a real person and not an algorithm.
Sure.
So we talked for about 5 minutes, and then everything split up from there, which a couple of the people that were there offered to have people go with them to Chipotle. I wasn't hungry, so I turned it down.
Yeah, and I passed because I had a commitment like 2 hours later, and I didn't want a chance missing it. It was very important that I did this commitment stuff.
But yeah, we split like right about there.
Yeah, so I proceeded to go downstairs to the artist gallery, and I played some Pokemon matches because there's a Magfest Pokemon League.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 9 gym leaders, but 2 of them are absent this year. But otherwise, I have 8 badges. There's an Ice-type gym leader, and you would think, oh, Ice-type Pokemon, that's easy to beat. He beat me twice. And then I finally beat him on the 3rd time. And the 3rd time, I beat him without losing a Pokemon. I was like, I've had enough. I'm gonna beat you now. So I beat him, and then tomorrow there's supposed to be a tournament for everybody who gets all the badges. So I'm gonna try that tomorrow. But otherwise, yeah, I spent most of my day playing the Magfest Pokemon League. At 2 p.m., I went to a panel. One of my friends really wanted me to go to this panel to support her friend. And she was supposed to be part of this panel but couldn't attend the event. So she was like, can you just go to support my friend that did show up? So I said, sure. And it was an Ocarina panel. And the guy's part of a band, but because his bandmates didn't show up, the other Ocarina vocalist, he just had a PowerPoint that explained the history of the Ocarina. it was fascinating how the Ocarina has been around for such a long time, but it's only become relevant in our history since like the 1980s. And some guy was like really, really prominent about making his Ocarina songs, and then, you know, follow that up like 5 years later, then there's The Legend of Zelda, and that does a lot for popularizing the Ocarina, and now Ocarina bands are quite common.
Which reminds me that I bought, like, I don't remember how long ago it was now, but I did buy a Ocarina of Time themed Ocarina. It is sitting on my shelf untouched since I bought it, after I told myself for about 2 years I should play this just because it's a nerdy thing to try and do.
Sure. And then, so that went on for about an hour, and we hung out, and then I went back downstairs and did more Pokemon matches. And then I played a Smash tourney at 4 p.m., and I made it to round 2, and I lost. I forgot the player's name, but he was a Wario player. He was really good. Like, he knew his stuff. I got the vibe he was a tournament player, so I could probably track him down. But I couldn't even tell you, like, what letter does the name start with? I do not remember. Because they used real names. They didn't use tags. So I don't remember what his name was at all. But he was very good. I was flattered losing to him. I used Yoshi the first game, and it was I had the lead. I took the lead early on, and then it, evened out toward the middle of the match, and then he started to take the lead, and then he won. And like traditional stuff, like someone has to take the lead at the beginning.
Right.
It was me, and then he was like, "Okay, now I got your vibe." And so then he won the match, and then the second set I played as Banjo, and then that was almost the opposite. He took the lead in the beginning. I started to catch up. It was pretty close toward the end, and then he won. And there was some stuff like we both got knocked up to the top of the stage, and then I used down air to try and land more quickly, and then he like used up B to try and hit me while I was going down, and then we just like clanged again, and it was cool. So I had a good time playing against him. But it was a single elimination tourney, so after I lost to him, I was out of the tourney. What'd you do today, Scooter?
Well, after we split up, I think I spent a lot of my time down in the arcade, actually. But yeah, no, actually, that was it. I spent a lot of time down in the arcade in the artist alley. I bought myself another shirt. This time, not Magfest specifically related. Don't worry, I didn't buy Yoshiller another gift.
I appreciate you not buying me a gift.
Hello, and I had this conversation. Some people are like, yeah, I understand. Some people are like, wow, you're freaking weird. But that's because the Sonic fandom is polarizing. There was a Sonic figure at one of the booths that I walked past like 5 times throughout that span. And I was like, I really want it because I love it because Unleashed my favorite Sonic game. But I shouldn't because I don't have room.
For sure.
But anyway, that aside. But I went and played some more of the indie games down in the indie hall. Probably going to do the 1 or 2 others that I haven't done so far. Please!
Yeah, Bang just sat down by the other tree, and I don't want to accidentally talk to her.
Oh.
Not that I don't like talking to her, but I have to mash A to shake the trees.
And A is also the talk button.
Yeah.
But no, I played a lot. I sampled a lot more of the rhythm games again. Mainly I went back to DDR because I used to play DDR a lot in high school and college.
Sure, that's got to be one of the most famous arcade games of all time. Like, no worries.
Yeah, so I went back to it because I was a little bummed out yesterday. I was like, how am I failing songs that I used to breeze through so easily? And then I went back and played it again. It's like, no, I still got it. It just took my body a while to remember that to pick up my feet to play this game. But I played a lot of the they got skee ball and like arcade basketball things there. So I was playing a bit of those on and off as well.
That's fun.
And then there was a panel, Magfest Versus. I signed up to try and go on it, but I never got called up, so whatever.
It'd be like that. There's 100 other people in the room that also want to play, so your odds are low. But I commend you for going and trying out.
Yep. So, but yeah, the Magfest Versus, like they pulled, like it's kind of like a, well, even. I guess I'll ask the audience, and also if I can't answer right now, and Yoshiller, you've been to one of the Throne Controllers panels, right?
Oh, I've been to plenty of them, yeah.
So it was kind of in that same vein, except you didn't challenge anybody on the panel. You challenged each other if a game came up.
Right. Well, that happens at Throne Controllers too.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
But
what were some of the games? Were they like?
They only had 3 to pick from, so there were 3 total. It was Shootout at Sundown, something along that line. They were all indie games featured down in the indie hall.
Gotcha. Oh, you know what? That's smart. Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, it was Shootout at Sundown, something along those lines, where basically it's a hidden in plain sight game, but with guns.
Okay.
So like if you were by a lamp or a lantern, you were visible. If you dashed or dodged, you were visible.
It's a fun way to promote an indie game. I'll tell you that.
But if you were anywhere that was dark, you are completely invisible. This includes you to yourself.
Oh, okay.
So again, like I said, a hidden in plain sight kind of game.
Sure.
They had. Oh god, what was? Oh yeah, no. I'm trying to remember what the other one. I played. Oh, Kung Fu Kickball.
Okay.
Imagine 2D Rocket League.
Okay.
That's Eastern themed.
Isn't what's it? It's not Windjammer. I'm trying to think. There's a fighting game that I swear is already kind of like that, where you hit a ball around. Lethal League.
Lethal League, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like that where there's a goal you have to hit it to instead of knocking out the other players.
Okay.
So you hit it towards a goal or a bell that's hanging up in a goal that's geometrically designed so you can't make a straight shot into it from the start.
Sure.
So, but yeah, that happened, and then the last one, which is a long-running indie game, but Them's Fighting Hurts.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So if you know Them's Fighting Hurts, fantastic fighting game.
Right. The history of it was that it was going to be like a My Little Pony game, right?
Yeah, the funny thing is, I think I still have that build of that on my computer.
That's fine. Hang on to that, because that might be worth something someday.
I hope I did, because I may have trying to make room for all the other indie games I buy off Steam, I may have moved it. I don't know. I'll know at some point in the future, but anyway.
No, okay, that's fun.
But everything else was like trivia, and like they had song guessing, but they used remixes of songs and not like the raw VGMs.
Okay.
So, that was it, and basically the team of two. There was 2 teams of 2. The two that won got 20 fun money, we'll say, each.
Okay.
And if they won one last indie game, which is basically a little Wild West quick draw game.
Sure.
If they won it, they would have gotten free tickets to the next Magfest.
Oh, that's fun.
They didn't get free tickets to the next Magfest.
Okay.
Or I should say, just for the sake of video, because I know I speak fast, did not.
Yeah, that's fine. I heard you. They were not winners.
Yeah. So, I know I speak fast sometimes, so I need to say like elongated words.
For sure. Yeah, I got you. Well, that sounds fun. It's obviously, given the circumstances, I think it's actually a really good way to promote indie games.
Oh, yeah.
But I also acknowledge, like, it can't be a big event like Nick Arcade. Like, they have to pick a select few games. Runaway Guys, I give them a lot of credit for having, like, 30 different games set up. Not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Well, was it? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's John's laptop. I'm going to assume it's but John's laptop has, we're not talking like, Super Nintendo, Genesis, no, he's like stuff all the way up through Xbox 360 running on that thing.
Right. Well, he finds the most convenient way to play things, so he might have a SNES Mini now. And they try to hook everything up through HDMI, so all they have to do is like plug in the HDMI cable into the next console. And then I think Chugga is the one that supplies a lot of consoles too.
Yeah.
John programs the entire game, and then Chugga, I think, brings the games for them to play, and then all 3 of them, Chugga, John, and Nintendo Capri Sun, all pick out the challenges.
Yeah. So I would have to this is all I'm going to say, and I'm not saying this in a way to say, hey, Yoshiller, find out some deets for me. No, I think how it is now is they've got it all running, quote unquote, emulated. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm not sure. It might be all emulated on one laptop, so all I have to do is launch the game on the laptop. Because John has a streamlined list of games on the screen he can go through and pick the game, and it just launches.
Okay.
So he's got a 101 launcher running, basically.
It's possible. On that note, this is something else I did at Magfest today. They have game challenges in the back wall of Magfest.
Okay, so you found those? I forgot about those.
Yeah, I found them, and these challenges are genuinely tough.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of the you have to use a SNES controller, and there's things where you're playing 3D games like Mario 64, but you're doing it with a SNES controller.
Yeah.
And oh frick, the shop just closed. Well, I guess I'm using the drop-off box. Yeah, the other issue was because it was a SNES controller. A lot of them were broken. They were not a lot of the buttons would get stuck.
Oh.
Like the B button was stuck, and the B button is the jump button for most of these games. And it'd make playing a lot of these games miserable. So I'll tell you the challenges I did clear. One challenge that I spent like an hour on, because it was kind of like a little bit of a troll, was there's a Mario 64 challenge where some guy modded Tall Mountain, and the star that's at the top of the mountain, he like moved it even higher up to the literal top pixel of the mountain.
Oh.
Like of the actual mountain, not of the entire level. Like it's not floating in the sky.
Oh, okay.
But if you remember the level at the very top, there's like a little gray triangle poking out that goes even higher beyond the mountain. And he stuck the star up there. Okay. So the only way to get that is to like do like a perfect jump for it. There is no wing cap on that level.
Oh, he did the level without the wing cap. Okay.
Yeah. So you just have to land like if you triple jump normally, you still don't even get the right height. You just kind of have to do that thing that speedrunners do, where you have to initiate the triple jump on a specific slope and really just nail the timing. And I was there for an hour, but I did it. Most people didn't do it. I did it.
Yeah.
Beyond that, there was this is like a challenge I've always wanted to do. There was a Sonic mod where every time you collect a ring, it makes you start playing another level.
Oh, the Blitz. It's Blitz something. Blitzhawk.
Yeah. Well, this was called Sonic Seizure.
Oh.
But yeah, it is that mod. So they made you. It was 4 levels. So it was Sonic 2, and you alternate between Emerald Hill, Chemical Plant, Casino Night, and not Marble Garden.
The
the Ruins one, yes, whatever it's called.
Good. Yeah. I don't know if they do alliteration with that game. Aquatic Ruin.
Yes, thank you. So you do that, and every time you collect a ring, it jumps to the next level. So you just have to beat all 4, and I did it. I did it in one try, actually. It wasn't that bad. So.
Yeah, I think I've seen that in action. And if you want to look it up while you're on YouTube, finish watching the video first.
Thank you.
But if you're watching it, want to look it up because this doesn't count like rings you collect that are just on the track like you normally would Sonic games. This includes rings you recollect when you get hit.
Yeah. Anytime you touch a ring, it switches games. Anytime it needs to make that ring sound effect, it switches games. And the only thing that's nerve-wracking about it is when you do the Aquatic Ruins level, you fall in the water and you might drown. And you're about to drown and then you touch a ring and then you warp to another level. And you're like, oh god, that means next time I go back to that level, I really have to hustle and grab an air bubble. But it was fun. So I did that one in one try. It took like a couple minutes, but I did it. And then the third one I did, and this one took a while, was you have to play Rainbow Road on the original Super Mario Kart.
Uh-huh.
But you control, it's in 2-player mode, and you control both at the same time. You control both player 1 and player 2 at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So I did it, and the issue I was having was I'd keep getting to the end, and I'd run into a thwomp. Oh, you have to do the entire thing in less than a minute. I probably should preface it with that. And so you just gotta make sure you don't run into a thwomp, and I kept doing it, and I knew the strat was to take the turns really wide, and to go slow type of deal. But I'd hit a thwomp and then the camera would spin around, and I'm like, frick, man, now I'm all discombobulated, which is the point. That's why you don't want to hit the hazards, but
yeah.
I did it. And then I was trying to do a 4th challenge where you play a level in Mario World. Oh, no, you know what? There is one more challenge I did beyond that. Yeah. You play the original Super Mario Brothers, but as soon as you start moving, you cannot stop even for 1 frame of a second. So if you're doing a jump and you are trying to jump over a pipe and you skid the top of it, you just die. You have to do all your jumps perfectly. So that little staircase at the end, you got to do those jumps perfectly and just jump up and keep moving.
That's awesome.
If you even let go of the run button, you die. If you want to go down the pipe at the beginning and grab the coins down there, you die because technically you're not moving forward, right? Oh. So you as soon as you start moving forward, you do not stop until you touch the flagpole. So I did do that. So I'm sorry, I did 4 challenges. Good job, me. But there was a Mario World challenge where there's this underground level you play, and you can't touch a coin. Sounds simple enough, but it's you also start the challenge riding Yoshi, and you get bonus points for the challenge if you carry Yoshi all the way to the end. But again, I'd like to remind you that the jump button was broken.
Oh.
So I would just randomly jump, and it was bumming me out that I would be in a safe spot, and then I would just jump and hit a coin block, and I'm like, I didn't even press that. And it sounds like I'm making up excuses, but that's what it was so frustrating. Well, that you press the B button and it's just lodged in there, and then you have to shake the controller to get it out. And there were a few other setups like that. And for some games it didn't matter because with Sonic, thankfully I was also able to press A to jump. So I was able to get through it. And then like a little similar thing with Mario. So
Yes. Thank you, old Sonic, for having every face button be the same thing.
yeah. So, you know, and then playing Mario 64 with that was also very obnoxious. But I pulled through. So the Mario World Challenge, I'd make it fairly far into the level. And then I'd have to jump off of the Yoshi. And to jump off the Yoshi on a Super Nintendo controller, it's A. It wasn't mapped to an R button. I thought it used to be R to do a spin jump.
On the Game Boy Advance version, it is.
Okay, well, but because it's A to jump off of a Yoshi, I couldn't get the timing right with the whole thing, so I didn't want to progress onward anymore. So I tried, and it just wasn't. See, man, I can't sell the vaulting pole now. I'll have to drop that in front of here and remind myself to sell it tomorrow. It won't let you sell this through the drop-off box. Actually, I could give it to someone. Hey, Pietro! Where'd you go?
Yeah, I will say years past, like just to give you parallels, because the challenge has always been there, but they haven't been as modded in some senses. Like they've hardcore done the setup for it in advance and then put a save state down.
Right. It's well made. They do a good job. Our TV just like shut off, but the recording looks like it's still going.
You can see it. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Oh,
Time out, everybody.
there's no.
You guys can't really see this, but our Scooter and I were just sitting here, and it turned everything off. But as long as the recording's not dead, no, we're okay.
Okay, we're good.
Great, because I was eyeballing the capture device. Right, yeah, it's still red. Okay. Oh, but I missed my little present there. We'll forget it then. Anyway, they do a good job setting up these devices, and I give them a lot of credit for making like decently difficult challenges that are very frustrating to play. But you know, like you're just barely far away. I can't give him the vaulting pole. I'll give him the wasp.
But I will say, like years past when they set this up, because they didn't mod this stuff that much. One year, this is the challenge that still rings out in my head. One of the years, they had it where this might go over Yoshiller's head because it's linked to the past.
Okay.
But there's a boss called Cold Stare, who is the ice boss in Link to the Past.
Okay. I think I've seen it because I edited Gerard's Link to the Past New Game Plus review, so I'm like a little familiar with it. I think I know which boss you're talking about.
Yeah. So what they did is like how that boss works. To explain for everybody who hasn't fought it, is you have to melt him out of a block of ice, and then once he's out of a block of ice, he'll split into 3, and you have to defeat all the 3, and then that's the whole boss.
Okay.
All the whole time, there are ice blocks that are falling down from the ceiling, and they alternate doing north, south, east, west, and then the diagonals.
Mm-hmm.
So the challenge was beat Cold Stare. You don't have magic upgrade. You have the regular Master Sword, which is the lowest possible damage you can have at that point in the game, and you don't have the blue mail, which you would get in the dungeon normally, so halves your damage. Oh yeah, you have 1 heart.
Oh, well that's a pretty big one.
So basically, it's a no-hit challenge on Cold Stare with basically the lowest amount of damage you could have available to you.
There were like 2 traditional challenges on there. They had Beat the Airman stage in Mega Man 2.
Impossible.
Which you know is a joke because there's like a Japanese song called like I Can't Defeat Airman or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they had Beat Mike Tyson and Punch Out.
Also,
yeah.
No, that's not.
So like those are fair. And then you know everything else was basically a mod in some way though.
Okay.
So, but it was a good selection. There's like 30 challenges there, and then if you clear the challenges, you get points. And every Magfest pass has a barcode on the back of it, so you could scan your barcode, and it would catalog your points. And then when you had enough points, you could go over to another table and then scan your barcode again, and it'll say you have this many points. Do you want to redeem them? And you're like, yeah, I do want to redeem them. And you can redeem them for like Magfest tokens that give you discounts on certain items. So I got $1. I won $1, and I walked over to a random booth and said, "Here you go." And they're like, "Oh, did you want something?" I was like, "No, but you make good artwork, and I'm not gonna keep this, so you can have it." Because I know when the vendors get these, you cash them in for money.
See, I didn't know that. I thought it was just like Magfest saying, "We'll handle it on the back end. Just sell it for cheaper."
Oh, okay.
I thought that's what it was, but you probably know, oddly enough, probably know more about that, because, shocker, I've been to like 7 conventions, you've been to 7D?
Well, yeah, it's like a Magfest dollar. It's like you can use it anywhere around Magfest, basically.
Yeah.
So I just gave it to a booth, so that way they could exchange the currency for a regular dollar.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them because the year that because in 2012 was the year that I did the Link to the Past challenge I mentioned, and that was the only one I beat that year, but it was enough to get 1 Magfest dollar. And that year they used rupees as the tokens.
That's fun.
So, because their theme that year was Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. Oh, so they are kind of, okay. So they are supposed to be Doom themed. Right. So it looks more like a computer chip.
Okay, I was about to say, I was about to ask, so was it like a Cacodemon? Was it a...
I wish it was like a Chuck E. Cheese token or something, but no, it looked like a computer chip. And you just cash that in. So that's what I did.
Yeah, which I don't think we've ever mentioned before, but I guess say it now. The whole theme of Magfest this year is Doom.
Yeah, there's always a theme for Magfest, and I guess in like one year it was Kirby. I wish I was there for that one.
Oh, if you're gonna watch through this while you're editing it, or if you remember, ask me and I'll get you a picture of what it looked of the little collectible thing I got from it that year. They called it King Donut. Basically, imagine Kirby, except he's got a circle in the middle, cut out in the middle for a donut hole, and he's basically dressed up like a chocolate donut with sprinkles.
That's fun. All right.
So if you want the picture, ask me, and I'll get it. Give it to you. Just stuff in the video if you forget.
What's probably gonna happen with these videos? I probably will forget because I'm probably gonna go home and just like dump the footage. Like, let me just bulk export these because I'm so tired. Yeah.
But that was a guttural noise I never want to make again. But yeah. So if you guys ever want to look at it, if you're curious enough, King, like royalty, donut like the food.
Magfest.
Magfest may help. You may not need that.
All right. Yeah, I didn't need that token. I guess I could have kept it as a souvenir. I could have given it to you.
Yeah, some people did it. Like the other year I went back to back for Magfest, they had Metroid themes, and everybody who bought a pass got $1. I think I kept my dollar on my pass, but it basically was like a little plastic thing you could rip off the card, and it said 1 on one side and had a picture of the baby Metroid on the other.
Oh, okay.
So they do this a lot where like either as part of you buying your pass or if you do certain things they'll just give you fun money.
Sure.
So they keep doing this, which is great incentive.
Yeah.
For you to try everything that they're providing.
That's exactly it. And I know you'll get some of those tokens and stuff too if you win tourneys. So there's incentive to like keep competing. On that note, I almost forgot that this morning right before I went to the panel, I saw this really cute couple. There was a lady dressed up as Isabelle and another guy with a Doom Guy outfit, and they were just like taking pictures, and I was like, that's like relationship goals. That's fun. So that's cool.
I love that we're pushing this narrative. I love the narrative just because it is Doom Guy, the most violent man, literally too angry to die.
Literally, Doom 2016 starts off with you like on a bed about to be dissected by aliens, and you go, huh? And then you just like grab his skull, right? It's very violent. So like, don't look this up if you don't like graphic stuff. But like, that's how the game starts. Okay, you think of these other games where like you start with a big opening credit sequence, and Doom 2016 starts with the guy ripping an alien skull out. And the theory, the narrative that his favorite game is Animal Crossing, and that Isabelle's favorite game is Doom is so funny to me. And the only reason people make that joke is because this game and Doom came out on the same day.
The exact same day. Like same year, same day, everything. It's not like a year apart kind of thing.
Right. So it's just like such a funny concept, these two polar opposite games. And then what helped was that the Doom Twitter acknowledged it, and Nintendo of America acknowledged it like in a tweet.
Like in a kind of a I guess subtweet would be the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a subtweet of basically saying Isabelle likes this or something like that.
Right. So
it's always a fantastic narrative whenever it's pushed.
Right. So it's just like the funniest combination, like Isabelle loving Doom and Doom Guy loving Animal Crossing. So like seeing people actually like say, "Oh yeah, they're probably best buds." I'm like, you know what? That's kind of wholesome.
Yeah, I guess but I'm just remembering it just to follow up on that. I won't make this all about Doom 2016, even though it is kind of part of the theme as well for the convention. The best, like Doom 2016, start off, your guy avoids death by being too angry, and he just goes, kills a dude.
Right.
And then he goes to the computer monitor like a few feet away, and it's like, you must do this. Like, it tries to go in like the whole current day of like 5-minute dialogue of what must be done. Doom Guy listens to about 5 seconds, grabs the monitor with the audio, slams it against the wall it's hanging off of, and then forces the door open and goes.
That's good sense of humor. Like, who cares about the plot? Let me just go. Valve was a little similar with like Portal and Portal 2. Like, anytime they try to start delving into the plot and the backstory, it's like, it doesn't matter. Just go. I love games that like do that, where they're like, you guys. I'm sure there's always gonna be fans that actually try to look at the backstory for this stuff. But I appreciate games that acknowledge like there is a backstory, but
no,
it doesn't matter.
No backstory.
Yeah. So,
but anyway,
that's fine.
But yeah, I think I got done with the panel, and then I shot a message off to Yoshiller, and I said, hey, I'm done, and I'm just hanging out in the arcade. I know, and I didn't say I know you're getting tired, but it's like, you're kind of wanting to wind down, so...
Yeah, I wind down around 8 or 9 o'clock. Just going to a convention is exhausting. Look, I love going to conventions, that's why I'm here. But it takes a lot out of you. I'm pretty tired, and... I'm walking around, I'm moving, I'm chatting with people, I'm trying to be energetic and keep a happy face on. And I'm playing games, which in the grand scheme of things, yes, I'm sitting here mashing an A button, but some of those challenges, man, they kind of like make you like, no, I'm gonna get it this time.
It's old school frustration with games. Like,
yeah.
Like when you, I guess like in parallel, it's like you're 8 years old, you're playing a game. It's like, no, I can beat it. Stop being a bad game.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm tired because I guess I did do a lot. So now I'm recording Animal Crossing because that's my commitment, and Scooter is generously joining me and watching me do mundane tasks over and over. And after this, I'm going to brush my teeth and go to sleep. So.
Same idea, yeah. And, well, I said, two things, I guess, I'll do back in my spawn other conversations. One, my sister sent me this. Apparently, a study is now found playing an hour of video games burns 200 calories.
What?
Yeah.
Even if I'm just doing this?
It might be less because it's Animal Crossing, but like most games that are like, having you push more than one button every hour, I'll say, like average is 200 calories.
Okay.
So when somebody tells you video games aren't working out, tell them, yes it is, I just choose to eat potato chips while I play video games.
Sure. It neutralizes itself.
But anyway, but the other thing just to kind of update the timeline is we met up in the arcade area. We left. We had to go to BurgerFi, which is what we opened this all with.
Yeah, we got some burgers. There was a long line. We waited in line for like 15 minutes. We got our food immediately. And then we took an Uber back to the hotel room, and I rested for a couple minutes, and then we got started with Animal Crossing.
And then we Groundhog Day, where we woke up, we ate.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pull the
And then we started talking about how I woke up, we went downstairs and got breakfast.
I pulled this Groundhog Day bit last time. I should stop.
Oh, good.
Anyway.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. But, yeah, tomorrow is... I want to say tomorrow is going to be kind of like... You have a plan for tomorrow. I don't really.
I mean, I barely have a plan. I want to do this Pokemon tourney in the evening.
Yeah, but like...
I don't even know what time it's at. I don't know how many people are going to be in it.
Which, I'll probably forget by the time we're done recording this, but I'll try and look at the guidebook and see what it says.
Sure.
But yeah, like, I don't have a plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow's just going to kind of be the same as today. Of just walk around the arcade area, see if I can make quick minor friendships with people while we hate each other over the Pac-Man Battle Royale.
Yeah! Oh, see, I didn't play that Pac-Man Battle Royale. I gotta go play it.
It's fun because whenever like one or two people walk up to it, immediately two to three other people flock to it like within a minute.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing, right? Like you just want to play with people. It's a similar thing with Smash. Like I want to play with somebody, but either all the stations are taken, or I'll sit there and nobody else wants to play. Well, it's fine.
They do have a couple put your own Switch in docks over there.
So. That's true, and I might like hook that up to see if I can get like a 8-player Smash thing going, but
yeah,
just to get some B-roll.
But anyway,
here I can throw away this vaulting pole. At least I think I can. I should be allowed to throw away anything in the game. So let me see.
Throw away your house.
Do it. Like if it fits in my pockets, it can be thrown away. Alright, we'll sell these other fishing poles, and then let me see where I am for the day with regards to tools, and then we'll be good. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm getting ready to wrap this up. So let me see what I can do. So we can do boom, 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 and then tomorrow, Scooter, tomorrow there's actually a fishing tourney in this game. That is to say it's a day that's devoted to fishing. I don't know how much of it I'll do, but it'll make sense when I do it. Nook Miles. Alright, so we have DIY tools. We're at $12.92. I want to see if I get to $1300 by the end of today. And then furniture, that's at 2014 because I technically made 2 more things. And then Bangle, you got up and walked all the way down here. Let's talk.
And you have a funny hat.
She was playing single player hide and seek and won. Good job. I got Nook Miles for talking to her.
I mean, bravo for making it funny, but how sad is your day that you play hide and seek by yourself
She was sitting.
and win?
Well, she's chatting with Mac now. She was sitting by that tree.
She was up there by the tree, that's true. But yeah, just how do you play? I know it's a joke, but how do you play single player hide and seek and find a way to win or lose?
You gotta find a mirror. It's a goal to find a mirror so you can see yourself. Or maybe it's like more symbolic than that. Maybe she was trying to find herself all along.
You're just gonna walk in on her next time she's doing it. She's gonna be like crossed, like oh.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so I want to craft 8 more tools. An effective way to do so would be to try and craft at least 1 more flimsy fishing rod, and then maybe I can go ahead and craft shovels or something, utilizing all the different wood pieces I've been picking up over time. For now, this is at least going to be 8 tree branches as soon as I get that 8th one to fall. There we go. So that'll give me, a fishing rod and a half. If I do that 5 more times, then we'll have enough to make 8 more tools. You understand? So, well, maybe we'll just do flimsy fishing rods.
Do what you gotta do. It's your achievements you're striving for right now.
For sure. I'm not even halfway to the crafting tools achievement, but today was definitely a step in the right direction, and I think making fishing rods is the easiest because tree branches are infinite. Oops, actually that's maxed out. I gotta pick these up. Tree branches are infinite, so I can keep shaking these trees and get more pieces. Versus wood, which you can only get 3 pieces per tree, and iron nuggets, which you can only get 8, a maximum of 8 pieces per rock.
Yeah, 0 to 8 per rock.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, like next Animal Crossing game, year 2027, I'm gonna say.
Mm.
Next Animal Crossing game, tree branches are now finite resources. The community is in shambles.
Wait a minute, Scooter. I have to check after this if I maybe had tree branches in my storage all along. Because part of me thinks maybe I did have tree branches, and if I didn't, then great. Now I've got tree branches. But if I did have tree branches, now would be the most opportune time to use them.
He's optimizing. Captain, they're adapting.
I'm thinking about it, Scooter. I'm working to get all these achievements done. So alphabetically, it would start with T. You're already alphabetical, so let's sort by time. There we go. That'll get me down there faster. Speedrunning tactics.
Oh my God, he's speeder.
Wait,
why did it go? What?
now it's alphabetical. So time, type, and alphabetical. Sorry. So we'll do time. Now we'll do alphabetical. All right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So now we got to go soft serve. We're still in the S's.
Okay.
T. Throw. Tool.
Almost. Toy cockroach.
Trash.
Right out here. There they are.
Aha! I had 40 more all along.
And now you can clean up your storage a little bit.
Yeah, putting these tree branches to good use. Let's craft as many as it'll let me craft, and then I'm done with the video.
I don't want to see a villager's storage unit.
Why not?
Considering you have 3,000 items and tree branches are a stack of 1 item, 30 of them.
Yeah, it's just, I got all these rare valuable items, and it's like, those are my 40 tree branches. Right there.
I'm just thinking, like, open that storage shed. Why is King Tut's skull here? And why does it take up the same amount of room? Why does it take up the same amount of room as an entire wardrobe?
Dude, if it fits in my pocket, it can be fit into a trash can. And most things in this game could be fit in my pockets.
You know, I'm thinking of the King Tut's mess.
It's
Like
just
sitting
sitting
out
in
of
a
the trash can.
Yeah, man. I put valuable paintings in there because they were fake.
Well,
I threw them into a
fine.
trash can.
I mean, if I found out something was fake, I would weigh my options depending on how bad it is. If it was really bad, like, okay, this isn't worth it. Bust it over my knee.
If if I bought you a plush, I'm not going to, so don't get your hopes up. But if I bought you a plush from this convention and it turned out it wasn't official, it was technically like bootleg, would you not keep it?
I would keep it.
Yeah, because it's a plush, right?
It's a plush and it's something I will use. Like a lot of people do this as is, but even so, like if something is bootleg, there's more charm to something bootleg.
Sometimes there is, yeah. You know, I've seen enough of those like bootleg SpongeBob shirts, or the bootleg like Eevee plushies where the proportions are wrong. Or there's like bootleg Garfield stuff. There's like a whole Twitter dedicated to it.
Yes.
And they're all wrong. Everything has like this uncomfortable, uncanny feeling to it.
Like,
it's so funny.
Like you're used to seeing Garfield as all orange, right? How about Garfield who's blue, yellow, red? The eyes are blue.
How about a backpack that has Garfield on it and it says SpongeBob at the bottom?
Oh, I'm thinking of another one that's like, I think it's a Sonic on the backpack, but it says Garfield on it.
Oh yeah. Maybe that is what I'm thinking of.
Well, it could be two different things. Bootleg is the Wild West, man.
So, you know, they're fun like that. They're fun. There's novelty to be had in finding bootleg items. Anyway, that's about as good as my items are gonna get. Let's check the Nook Miles achievements one more time. So we'll look at tools first. We're at 1305. Scooter, like 4 more days of this and I'll be halfway done with the tools. Look at that. I first got that achievement at 5. The second or third day I first started playing this game. Here we are over a year later. I'm not even halfway done to this achievement.
Nope.
And then we have furniture, which was at 2014, which we established. That's easy because I have the scattered papers and the document stacks forever. And then the cooking, I mean, I cooked 2 items today, so it's not going to be that much further. Hang on, set sail, that's 6 more, right? And then...
It's up.
It's on the right. It's called Miles.
This is a whisk for its icon.
Yeah, there it is. We're at 354 for that. So that's not so bad. But I only have so many ingredients on my island, so it's going to take me a couple more days to knock that out. So we'll focus on this stuff a little bit tomorrow. But again, tomorrow is also the fishing tourney. So that'll probably take up like a quarter of the video, maybe a third of the video, and then I'll go back to crafting furniture all day. Alright, and then that'll be the end of the Magfest saga, unless I do something on Sunday as well. We'll see.
Yeah, times.
Yeah. Alright, folks. That wraps up this video of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all in future videos. Scooter, thank you very much for joining me. Do you have anything to say before I end the video?
Ooh, can I whoosh with you this time?
You can whoosh with me this time. Alright. Thank you and goodbye. Whoosh! I hit my foot! It's good. It was good. It was my pinky toe.
Hey, thank you for watching my video. If you want to continue to support my content, the best thing you can do is like this video and subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is click the little buttons down below. Also, please be sure to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with my video schedule. My tag is @RealYoshiller. I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye! Whoosh!